Hi, my name is Vanessa van Dijk, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can use Good Molecules Yerba Mate Wake Up Gel, which can be used daily in the morning and or evening. And they are using the extract of the Yerba Mate plant, which is rich in antioxidants, and it should help us to reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, so overall have some anti-aging benefits that should help to brighten the eye contour and to depuff the eye contour. Along with their plant extract, they have included some nice hydrating ingredients in this formulation as well, so that it's suitable for everyone and that it feels nicely lightweight, hydrated and soothing on the skin. And so it's completely fine to use this eye gel on its own, which you can then do after your cleansing step but before applying your moisturizer and or sunscreen during daytime. But if you want to use it along with any other skincare products which you may be currently using, that's completely fine as well. It can be used along with any toner, essence or specific treatment that you may be using. And I have prepared for you a great example skincare routine which primarily targets hydration as well as to brighten the skin. I want to keep it nicely matching to the eye gel as well. So I want to go over it step by step so that you also can see the order of application when using it along with other skincare products. And then later on I want to share with you the entire application on my face. So for the morning skincare routine, which you can see right here, you're getting started with first of all properly washing your face. This can be done with a regular cleanser or maybe a bar of soap such as Good Molecules also offers. Then after that, if you have a toner or essence at home, this would be the next step. So you can see I went with Good Molecules brightening toner, or if you want to use that step to add hydration to the skin, then this can also be done, for example, with Cosrx nail essence. After you have applied that specific product, you can move on to a treatment. So you can see right here the discoloration serum or, for example, hyaluronic acid serum, depending on the combination you're choosing to go for. And then after you have applied your toner, essence and then specific treatment, then now would be the time to move on to the Wake Up Eye Gel and apply it to the eye contour or even along the brow bone if you should feel the need. And then lastly, you're going to follow on with your sunscreen to properly protect the skin during daytime. And so this would be an example of a morning skincare routine. When it comes to the evening skincare routine, it can look pretty much the same. What's important to keep in mind is that your cleansing step may change. So you still could go with your favorite cleanser, but I want to emphasize if you're trying to remove stubborn sunscreen and or makeup, your oil or balm cleanser is going to be your best friend, or you may want to do a double cleanse. Then after that, again, toner, essence, your specific treatment, and then you would follow on with the eye gel. And then lastly, instead of your sunscreen, you would use your moisturizer if you should feel the need. So I want to really emphasize that because we are working with an eye gel, you're going to use it always before you're going to apply your moisturizer. If the texture is pretty much the same as with the eye gel, you can argue and say you may want to change the order of application based on what's going to feel the most comfortable, but usually the moisturizer tends to be a bit richer, therefore use it on top of it. An alternative example routine for the evening would also work if you're going to include an exfoliating acid product. So this may be a toner or serum, which you then can use instead of your toner or hydrating essence, just to keep the routine simple yet effective to target your concerns as well as still working with the eye gel. So again, overall, this can be a routine that if you're interested in to target your dehydrated skin, or even if you have a bit of discoloration on your skin, or you want to target your fine lines and wrinkles, this can be a great morning and or evening skincare routine that you can follow. So I'm going to leave the entire example routine in my PowerPoint in the description box down below. And along with that, I do have more information as well, such as a specific in-depth sunscreen guide, not only with the application and removal, but also what it is, how you should treat your sunscreens. Then I have general skincare tips on it as well, such as how you can avoid pilling, which is quite common. And then you can also go over the products that I have picked with a little description next to it so that you understand what it does and for whom it is if you're looking into such products. So you will find all that information in the description box down below in my PowerPoint. But now I want to keep my main focus on the entire application, and I'm going to go with the evening skincare routine because I really want to demonstrate the step with your eye gel and your moisturizer, as this can sometimes be confusing. So if you're seeing it visually, this may help you as well, and that you can see what the example routine is going to look like when putting this into practice. So I have the setup behind me, and we're going to get started with the first and most important step, which is properly washing your face, which I like to include so that you can see this properly from the beginning to the end. So as an example, I'm going to use Good Molecules Hydrate and Cleanse Bar, which is suitable for all skin types. It's a great hydrating bar of soap. If you would like to exchange it or go with your favorite liquid cleanser, maybe oil or balm cleanser in the evening, that's completely fine, exchange it. When using your cleanser or bar of soap with water, use, if you can, lukewarm water to warm water so it feels comfortable on the skin, and you can wash your face in the shower or above the sink. When washing your face above the sink, I highly recommend using a soft, clean microfiber washcloth in between. Wet it, squeeze it out, and this really helps to remove any last traces of your cleanser, sunscreen and or makeup, because you may not be able to get everything properly off the skin when just doing this above the sink, which can change when doing this in the shower. So let's go ahead and get started. So now go ahead and take a clean towel and gently pat the skin dry. So now once you're done with your cleansing step, you can now move on to the next step. Now this can be your brightening toner, your snail essence, or even your exfoliant, depending on what you're planning on including in your second step. And so I'm now going to go with Cosrx Snail Essence to add hydration to the skin. Now this one has a pump, so I'm going to use about 1 to 2 pumps for my face and neck. This should be enough to cover it evenly and thinly all over. Overall, with your toner, essence or specific treatments, do not overdo it with the amount of product that you're going to use, because the more you're going to use, it may create problems when layering products after one another, or even creates a higher risk of experiencing sensitivity. And so make sure when applying it to the skin, do not use it on top of your eyelids, do not get it into your eyes nor into your mouth. Rub your fingers together and blend it evenly all over. So now once you have applied your toner, essence or maybe exfoliant to the skin, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. So give it about 30 to 60 seconds if you should feel the need. Then after that, you're going to move on to your specific treatment if you want to include it. As an example, I'm going to go with Good Molecules Discoloration Correcting Serum. Now before using that one, don't forget to give it a good shake. And then my suggestion would be use about 5 drops for your face and neck. Again, leaving out your eyelids. Do not get it into your eyes nor into your mouth. So, and once you have applied your specific treatment to the skin, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. And again, make sure they can properly absorb into the skin before moving on to the next step, which is now going to be your wake up gel. Now, I want to quickly emphasize it again. You would use your toner, essence or exfoliant as well as your specific treatment before applying your eye gel. And so then when heading into the application on your eye gel, you can use it on the eye contour along this part right here. Do not bring it too close to the actual corners of the eyes, nor too close to the lower lash line, and then along the brow bone right here, so this part as well. Now make sure to not use it on top of your eyelids nor get it into your eyes. so that you can have a specific direction on where you can apply the eye gel. When it comes to the amount, it has quite a big opening, but you only need a tiny amount of it, so about a rice grain amount, so not much, and it spreads out quite easy, so a little bit goes a long way. Otherwise, if you're going to use too much of it, it may feel a bit sticky on the skin until it has absorbed into the skin, but then again, the more you use, the more time it needs to absorb into the skin, so make sure that you're just using a tiny amount. So about that much, more or less, do not overdo it. Then rub your fingertips together, and then you can gently tap it, you can gently massage it around the eyes until you notice that it starts to absorb into the skin. So, and once you have evenly blended it all over, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. And right here, you may need to wait a bit longer, so about 1 to 2 minutes, so that the eye gel can absorb into the skin before moving on to your sunscreen during daytime or your moisturizer if you should feel the need in the evening. Now, what you also can do is now in between your treatments, you can wash your hands before then moving on to the next step. So now for your evening skincare routine, you can head into the last step, which if you like to include it, can be your moisturizer. Now go ahead, grab your favorite moisturizer. As an example, I'm going to go with Neutrogena's Hydro Boost Water Gel Cream. And so then use about a pea to a bean size amount. If you have a cream in a jar, well, just dip into it once so that you have enough to apply an even and thin layer all over. Please do not overdo it with your moisturizer. It may feel uncomfortable when using too much of it, and you do not need to layer such a thick layer on the skin surface to protect the skin and hydrate the skin. So I'm using about that much, more or less, for my face and neck. And if you like to, you can use your moisturizer now on top of where you have applied your eye gel. You don't have to, depending on your preference, but you can go ahead and layer it on top. So, and once you have applied it all over, then this is the last step in your evening skincare routine, and then there you have it. You're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. Now, this is what I wanted to share with you. I do hope that you enjoyed this video and that you find it helpful. Again, if you want to go over the entire PowerPoint, you will find it in the description box down below. And if you now want to learn more about skincare, I'm going to leave some of the videos at the end of this video. Otherwise, feel free to check out my YouTube channel. So if you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up as well as share it, and I will see you soon in the next one. Happy skincaring. Bye.